So I think win or lose, obviously the co-main event between his Anthony Joshua versus Hellenius fight is Derek Chisora, and he's fighting Gerald Washington. So I think win or lose, I think this is the perfect swan song for Derek Chisora to close out his career. He's going in there against an opponent, and I think it's an opponent that he can beat, but he's not an opponent that's a complete scrub. I mean, Gerald Washington's been in there against top heavyweights. And I think win or lose tonight, if he can get a win, I think that's the perfect way for Derek Chisora to actually end his career. I think it would be foolish to go any further. I think this is a fight where he's going up against a fighter that's got physical advantages over him in terms of height and reach and such, but in terms of his fighting spirit and his heart, he's not nowhere near a fighter that's like on the level of Derek Chisora in terms of like how gutsy and ballsy he is, and the fact that he's more of a warrior. To be honest with you, Gerald Washington, obviously I've got respect for anyone that gets into the ring, right? But Gerald Washington is less of a warrior than Derek Chisora. He's more of an athlete. So he's basically more of an athlete than a warrior, while Derek Chisora is the complete opposite. He might not have all the physical advantages, but he's more of a warrior than an athlete. And I think Derek Chisora is completely switched on and he's on point. He should be able to get a win over Gerald Washington tonight, just based on his heart and character alone. So I think this is the perfect way for him to go out on top. I mean, it's the perfect swan song. I'd love for him to get a win and then in the post-fight press conference just announce his retirement. I think this is generally a terrible card. Obviously, we were supposed to get Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White, but obviously this is a bit of a tune-up for Anthony Joshua before he goes in there against Deontay Wilder. So he needed to take a bit of a safe fight. But I think Derek Chisora should just win or lose tonight. I think this is the perfect way for him to go out. It's the perfect swan song for him. It's one last fight. It's a decent payday. He's already made his millions with all the several fights that he's had with Tyson Fury and Usyk. He's already made his money. I think this is the perfect way for him to go out. And it's not like he's lower down on the card. This is a fight that's like a co-main event to a pretty, not a huge Anthony Joshua fight, but it's almost like a precursor or a tune-up fight before he gets into the ring against Wilder. So it's got fair viewership. So I think this is the perfect swan song for him to retire with. Get this win against Gerald Washington and just call it a day. And let's be real, Derek Chisora has accomplished everything he possibly can in the British boxing ring. And I think the only thing he's not accomplished is won a world title. But apart from that, he's fought anyone and everyone in the heavyweight division. Not only did he fight an all-time great in Vitaly Klitschko, he fought an all-time great in Tyson Fury. He fought an all-time great in several top fighters he's beaten and he's fought. So I think it's a perfect swan song for him to go out, and he's given compelling great performances against the likes of Kubrat Pulev, Spilka. I mean, obviously remember that fight that he had with I can't remember the guy's name. He fought he was getting bashed up, and then towards the end he managed to knock him out. I forgot his name. The guy that fought Anthony Joshua. It's just escaped my mind. Who was he? I can't rest until I find out his name now. Oh man, why does this happen to me? What's the guy's name? It's a great fight of the year performance, fight of the card in my opinion. Carlos Takam, that's it. Yeah, he beat Carlos Takam as well. So I think it's the perfect way for him to go out. And let's not forget his fights against Dillian White as well. So yeah, this is the perfect way for him to go out, and he gave a hell of a fight against Usyk. So just get one more fight in against Gerald Washington, and then just call it a day. I think this is the perfect way for him to go out, get that one more win, and let's be real, Derek Chisora is a British boxing legend, and he's done everything. So for a fighter to have as many losses as he's had, he's almost like the Nate Diaz of boxing in a way. Like he's got all these losses, but he's got such a fan following that no one cares, and he regularly fights on pay-per-view. So yeah, that's my opinion. What's your opinion, dude? I don't think obviously a lot of people were saying he should have retired after the Tyson Fury fight, but if he's going to push it to do one more, I think this is the perfect retirement fight for him. He's going in there against a fighter that's not that dangerous, who's athletic but doesn't have as much character as he has. So it's the perfect way for him to go out, get one more win, and then that's it, call it a day, and just ride off into the sunset. He's done everything. I mean, he's accomplished anything and everything. And when it comes to like a British boxing Hall of Fame, I think he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer in terms of that. He's literally accomplished everything but won a world title. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the perfect way for him to go out. I think he should go out like this, and then that's it. Just call it a day. So yeah, hopefully he gets a win. If he can get a win against Thing, it'll be the perfect way for him to go out. So yeah, tell me what you think below. Do you agree with me, or do you think what I'm saying is nonsense, or what do you think? I really, me personally, I don't want to see him fight anymore because I feel like he's given us so much entertainment. I mean, going on longer is just it's just going to end badly for him. I mean, he's done everything he could possibly could do in the sport. Like he's in my opinion, he's an overachiever. I mean, he's accomplished a lot more than he should have done. I mean, for a fighter to have as many losses as he's had, to make the multi millions and be on pay per view several times is unprecedented. I've never seen it happen. Like I said, he's almost like the Nate Diaz of boxing. I mean, he's been on pay per view multiple times. He's made multi millions. He's fought world champions, and he's got such a fan following. Um, Despite the fact that he's got a bit like a journeyman record. Um, I mean, it's incredible. So yeah, tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.